Hey guys, hey. You know who it is, the goddess. This is Principles and Principalities. I ain't been on for a while. I've been doing my own little thing, y'all know. Actually, I've graduated. I'm back in the medical field. I've been going to school for some time and I gave myself some time to, you know, do some real life activities. So now I'm back to content creating and I'm really excited what I have to offer in the real world and in my content creation world. So I've been I actually have done like 3 podcasts, right? But I did it on a different platform and I don't even know how to download it to YT, you know? So I would say like the big red play button, but I don't know how to download it. So I got to do episode 17 again. So this is episode 17 of Principles and Principalities. And I'm just going to do a little summary of why I actually started doing Principles and Principalities. So the reason why I started to do Principles and Principalities is because I like to talk. That's just what it is. I do like to talk. And also I have a lot of things that happen to me spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And I went to spiritual psychosis and things like that, you know. So I'm very aware of certain situations. So that's why I actually wanted to start doing my podcast on Principles and Principalities. And I actually want to do another podcast too. But I'm not sure what I will name it or what it will actually be about. I just know Principles and Principalities at the time when I thought of the name and at the time of the downloads that I was getting, I'm like, this would be so cool because this is what it is. So that's why I actually chose for it to be Principles and Principalities. Because that's what it is. We're not fighting against flesh and blood. We're fighting against principles and principalities, against the ruler of the darkness or the ruler of the light, you know? So that's basically what my podcast consists of. And I do upload them to YT. So with that being said, the reason why I'm going to start doing them here is because I want to gain more followers so I can actually start going live more and I can actually get a little change from it, you know? And I actually want to give the people in my, group and my followers something that they can look forward to and something that they can relate to. I don't want nobody to feel out of place in my particular space in my podcast. So everyone should feel like family when they're, talking to me and we're on this platform speaking about our encounters and what we have encountered in life. So with that being said, I really would like everybody to, love each other, love and light, no negativity, that would be great. But that's what I did wanted to talk about from that. And then I wanted to give a little mini series story about when I was younger and one of my aunts lived in Linwood. So one of my aunts lived in Linwood and she had this big old nice house. And I suppose people were unalived in that home. And it was creepy. Okay, me being the little girl that I was, and me being so intuitive and me being intellectual. I've been this way since I was a child. Since I was a child, I can see, hear, all that. So in this one particular time, I'm spending the night, and it's just my cousin and I there. And I tell her, like, I'm hungry, She's like, you want some noodles? Because that's something quick I can make you real fast. And I'm like, sure, like, I'll take some noodles. And, like, 5 minutes went by, and we hear probably 2 minutes. It was 5 for me because I was like a kid. I was like 5 or 6. We hear who turned on the damn stove. And literally, it's just her and I there. And I'm like, and she like, was that you? Miss Bunks, because that's my nickname in the family. She's like, Miss Bunks, was that you? And I'm like, I'm scared. Like, girl, no. Sounding like, no, girl, man, you know that ain't me. And she goes, oh my gosh. And she let me in the bathroom. And I'm looking at her. She looking at me. And we in that bathroom scared because we didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, no, I'm not. And I'm not. And I'm not. So I was pretty scared. And from that moment on, me and her have been close. And she's like a sister to me. And she's always telling me, like, I've always knew that you were here for something bigger and greater because the enemy is always, after you. And I'm like, when I was younger, I was like, oh, what are you talking about? But now since I'm older, I see and I do understand, and understand. And it's amazing. Sometimes it has its faults, although I pretty much am like Scrappy from from Scooby-Doo. He's small, but he'll take on anything. He's brave. He's very brave, and I'm very brave as well. And I'll take it on. Like, if I have to, then I will. Like, that's just what it is, So with that being said, that was just a little mini story on one of my, stories and one of my times of encountering a demonic spirit. And that's just what it was. And I was pretty nervous. My cousin was pretty nervous. And I haven't heard one in my recent years. Although it was a time where recently, earlier this year? It was last year around November. I was at someone's house and him and his girlfriend was there and they were talking and stuff, and then I literally heard them talking about me, but they were texting each other. And it was like, why are you guys texting each other and we're the only adults here? Like, what's going on? Like, And then I was very, very hot. And I was like, why am I so hot? Why am I so hot? And then I said it out loud just to get a reaction and get a response. And with that being said, she goes, oh, does it feel like radiation? And I'm like, I just looked at her like, do it feel like radiation? What do you mean? Like, I'm like, I'm just hot. Like I'm having a hot flash or something. And she laughs. And I'm like, So then something tells me like, get up out of here, leave, go home. It is not what you think it is. So I get up. I'm like, all right, well, I'm out to go home and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And they go, okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow. But I hear them say, well, the guy said she knows who we are now. I'm like, and I do. And I'm not going to tell you I do. But just know, I know. So I'm walking out. And then, like, the way things were happening, it was just like, oh, so real. And then one guy came out of the apartment and he just started sweeping. And everybody knows sweeping means prayer. Sweeping means like, there's no way he's sweeping outside like that. So basically, like, he's sweeping the walkway where I have to walk. Then he, like, he was like, okay, queen. And then I'm looking at him like, what the heck? And then I go to my car, then it's like a group of people outside. And I'm like, excuse me, I have to, move. And then they like, oh, okay. Like they bowing down or something. I'm like, what the freak is going on? So I was pretty nervous. Like, I just heard this and this just happened. Like, what's going on? So I finally go in my car and I'm proceeding to leave. And then the guy comes back out his house and he goes, hey, you don't want to just come with us? You don't want to just come with us? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to. No, I don't want to. And he's like, yeah, just come with us. Just come on, let's go for a ride. I'm like, nah, I'm smooth. I don't want to do nothing with y'all. I ain't trying to pass judgment or nothing, but I know what I know. That's not going down, bro. So with that being said, I hurried up and left. And then a guy approached me that was there at the apartments, and he's like, dang, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, since he stopped and talked to me, I was like, can I see a lighter so I can get the sage? And I start saging my car. I'm like, let me sage myself, sage my car. So I saged my car, I saged myself, and then I proceeded to leave. Excuse me. Then when I get to like the smoke shop, I go to the smoke shop to go buy some incense, particular type of incense where this particular smoke shop has. And I'm like, okay, I call somebody else close to me like, I just heard this. And she was like, why aren't you at home? I'm like, I don't want to go home. She was like, that's your safe haven. Go home. Go home right now. And I'm like, dang, I don't want to go there. She like, just go home. So I finally go to the house, and I had 2 incense left. And I knew I needed another pack because I'm about to do a cleanse. I'm like, I need my incense. So I finally get to the house, and I just started praying like, pray those people off me, pray this stuff off of me, because I don't want to be, around, and I don't, around them. I don't want to be having that around me and things like that. So I finally get to my house. I do my bath. I do all my stuff or whatever and things like that. Hey, y'all. So then after that, I'm like, dang, and I just start praying and stuff. Then I start meditating, and I'm like, did I just encounter, okay, have you guys ever knew spirits to shift and jump into somebody else, jump into a vessel that's a weak vessel? So basically, I felt like it was night, and it was already a full moon. And I'm like, did spirits jump inside their body? Did they jump inside, did they have an open vessel? Did they have a weak vessel or something like that? Like, what was going on for them? Because these people are really close to me. Well, at that time they were, but I just cut everybody off, basically. I'm like, I don't want no parts of none of that. And I'm like, dang, what happened? And the thing is, truth be told, darkness and light have nothing in common. Basically, darkness and light have nothing in common at all. Darkness is darkness and light is light. Light tries to have darkness come to the light, and sometimes it's a win and sometimes it's a bust. So it's just like, and for a long time, those particular people, they see me elevating. They see me growing. They see me doing my big ones. And I'm just always boasting like, yeah, God, this, the universe, this, and this is what's going to happen. And this is how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be rich. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do my podcast. And then after my podcast, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do content creating too. And I'm going to do this. And they probably was like, what? We got to bring her back down to our size. And they didn't like, the things that I had to say or whatnot. And it's just crazy how people really they haters, how people really haters. It's crazy to me. I think that's crazy. Like, how are you going to hate on the next person? How you elevate too? And some people that's on the dark side, they don't even know they're on the dark side sometimes, because they done took so much stuff from the world that they like, I gotta be mean or I gotta be evil. No, you don't. You know how much stuff others have been through? You know how much traumatized things that people didn't see, how much trauma people have? Just heal your nervous system, heal yourself, and then you will be A-okay. And then, when the dark people always try to come to the light and then try to rip the light to shreds, it's like, bro, I done been through the same stuff you've been through, probably deeper, probably worse. What I did? I started praying and found myself. It's the God in me. People just don't understand. If you look further in yourself, if you look deep in yourself, that you resource to source. That's just what it is. You're resource to source, and God already said we got the same powers as God as long as we believe like a mustard seed. As big as the mustard seed, as great as the mustard seed, you know how small that is? If you don't believe in yourself, then who gonna believe in you? You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta know who you are. Some people just walking around like zombies, don't even know who they are. I'm not passing judgment. I'm just telling the truth. How do you not know who you are? You need to know who you are. That way you can be able to acknowledge your gifts and embody yourself and embody who you are. It's just so sad sometimes. And then you have kids and these kids don't know who they are because these parents don't know who they are. And it's just sad. It's just really, really sad. You know, and I'm not passing judgment because I was that before too. I was having kids, being a kid, having a kid. Because I had my first kid at 21. I wasn't grown. Just because the state said I was grown don't mean I was grown. I was a little girl trying to be an adult, trying to be grown. Like, what? No. If I knew all the things I know now, this is what everybody always say when they get older. If I knew everything I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, that's people's favorite line. That's their favorite quote. Why? Because it's the truth. If you know the things you know now, if you knew it back then, oh my goodness. And look, I was eating spaghetti. Ew. I'm just saying the real stuff is like, that's just crazy. How people don't even understand, like, you bringing kids into this world, you don't even know who you are, and you hurting your kids. Like, that's just crazy. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I feel like, you know, I should have did better. Me being the person that I am, I should have did way better with my children. But, you know, life is life. And that's just how it is. I feel bad, you know. My kids know I love them, though. They know I'm here for them no matter what the cause or the case may be. I'm going to ride, I'm going to slide for mine, okay? If I ain't love me, I want to love them. And I love me some me. Anywho, moving along. So then, let's see, was it another episode, another part of that was they were just calling me, and I was not up to take their call. I did not want to take their call. I did not want to talk to them. I didn't want to have nothing to do with that. I didn't. And that's just what it is. And they got the picture. They finally left me alone. And I do miss having their kids around, you know, because it's fun playing with kids, you know. And the littler they are, the younger they are, the more imagination they have and the more exciting it is. It's like, man, you thought that with your little smart self. You're so smart, you know. But it is what it is. So anyways, that was a little bit of my encounters. I have way more. And what I did was I prayed for them. And I continue to pray for them and their children. And they was actually upset with me that I was teaching them about, you know, praying and stuff like that too. They like, my kids ain't never been to church and stuff. But that's enough on them. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to pass judgment or nothing. I'm just saying how I feel. So now I want to talk about my experience in school and what I learned, who I learned, and what was going on. So now my church, one of my churches, I go to two different churches. I go to church on Sabbath and I go to church on Sunday. Okay? Don't knock me. I'm just saying that's what I do. Okay, so one person, well, a few people in the class, okay? So I make this spray, right? It's the spiritual spray that I be making. You know, if you know, you know. And I spray it on myself, you know, so I can continue to keep my energy, because my energy is my energy. Their energy is their energy. Whoever energy is their energy, you know. I protect my energy and I let the Holy Spirit speak through me at all times. And I'm in class and I'm just feeling like this, like a heavy type of feeling. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? So I spray myself. One of the girls that I'm actually really, really cool with, she go, ooh, that's smell good. I said, you like that, girl? She said, yeah, I like it. I'm like, I like you too. Well, we for sure could be friends. We could be friends now. I know you on my side. So she put her foot out, and I'm like, you want me to spray your foot? So I sprayed her foot. She like, oh, it feel good. I'm like, girl. So it's a lot of different things that's in there, but the main oils that I put in there is frankincense and myrrh. That's what the main that I put in there. And it smells good. I put rosemary in there, and a lot of different other things that I put in there or whatnot. But it smells really, really good. And with that being said, so she was like, okay, like looking at me because she knew I was going to spray around. So I started spraying like I usually do. I sprayed all around. And one of the girls start, I'm like, and she goes, I was like, girl. And then I sprayed it again. And then the other girl was like, ugh, what is that smell? She was like, girl, something that you need. It's something that you need. You don't like the way that smell? That smells good. It's something you need. And I'm like, oh my gosh. No, she didn't. And yes, she did. And I feel like with her doing that, it was like a confirmation for me because I'm like, yes, somebody sees what I see. Somebody sees what I see. Somebody smell what I smell. Somebody hear what I hear. Girl, yes. And she was like, you don't like the way that smell? Like, that's the smells, the fragrances that's in the Bible. And I started laughing my tail off. I said, this girl is funny. Yeah, she's funny. And I'm rolling. The teacher like, come on, guys, get it together. I'm like, girl, my classmate is funny. Do you understand? But anywho, so after they just start coughing and choking and stuff like that, we proceeded to goof off and talk about it or whatever. And then the next day comes and we talking about it still. And it was just like, they were just upset. And they were just trying to be like Debbie Downers because we knew what was going on. So they tried to be like Debbie Downers and things like that. And I usually have some music playing in the background. I should have did that. But yeah, and so with that being said, it was just like you gotta pay attention and watch your surroundings. You never know, like what's amongst you. You know, you gotta be for sure of the company you keep because what they say, bad company ruin good. Bad company ruin good. Basically, if you corrupt it, you're going to ruin somebody that's good. Like, basically. And I don't want to be like that or, being entertaining somebody that don't even see what I see or believe in what I believe in and things like that. Because it's like, what's the point? If we don't believe in the same things, what is the point of you even talking to me or anything like that? Like, what is the point of you talking to me or listening to me or me sharing my thoughts with you or you sharing your thoughts with me? Like, it don't make no sense. It makes no sense at all how people can just, don't know somebody and then they just passing judgment and stuff like that. That's why I don't like to pass judgment and stuff because I need to know who the person is. Them things be smelling. I'm not gonna even lie. People don't even know, like, certain people have a odor that they shouldn't have if they human, basically, and I don't like it, and that's just what it is. And it's like, why you smell like that? Not like that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to be mean or not. Like, I'm just trying to just keep it 100. I'm authentically myself. I can't apologize for being myself, but you could smell the evil on people. Straight up, you could. If you who you are, if you a good person and you of the light, you could smell them. They stink. And that's just what it is. And I don't care how nobody feel about it. Like, I ain't telling how people think, girl, because you probably one of them things too. They be smelling. And I don't like it. But anywho, you guys could like, share, subscribe, or whatever. But that was just a little story about the girl, my classmate, you know. And we started off with 13 girls in the class, and only 6 of us graduated. And there was only 2 black girls that graduated. Not being racist or nothing, I'm just saying. It was way more black people in there. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5. And 6 people graduated. And it was 12 people in total. So, but yeah, that's just that. And then, so those was the principalities about the principles and my trials and tribulation. So yeah, and I'm just really excited about the next chapter and what is coming up next for me. You know, y'all know. Well, my followers should know. Like, I was in 2020, I was in a real bad car accident, and I had 15% chance of living. So I'm here. I'm the 15% chance. You know, and I take that to heed. I really do. I be like, dang, for me to have all those broken bones and not being able to walk and learning how to walk again, that is like so amazing. Like, God is so good. How God just turned my whole life around. You know, I used to be really, really, really mean to people. I'm not a people pleaser anymore, but when I first got into my accident, I was a real people pleaser. That was so annoying to me too, because it was like, why are you doing that? You know, and like, I had 2 parts in my brain, right? It'd be like, why are you being nice to people like that? You know, you don't even like people for real. And I'm like, I'm just being nice because no, they walking over, you have boundaries. So now I do have my boundaries, and they up high too. Like, I think I'm worse than what I was before. Like, I really used to talk crap to people and stuff, but now I really do. I don't, it's not like I don't care. I do care. I do care, but I care about me more. Although I care about me more, I care about my feelings more. I care about my children more. I care about what I am doing with my time, because we don't have free time. Some people like, do you have free time? I say no. I will make spare time. You know, and there's different linguals and there's different levels to it and stuff like that too. Like, I'm not mean. I'm not weak. I'm not nice. I'm very kind. I'm very kind. But don't let my kindness be mistaken for weakness. Because, baby, they be asking me what this mouth do, and I be like, talk. You know? But anyways, yeah. I'm not mean. I'm not nice. I'm kind. But I have boundaries. And I'm going to say it, tell it like it is. Y'all remember that song? Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell it like it is. And so next week, well, my next episode 18, since I had to do it all over again, I had 17, 18, and 19 already ready to go. I have a few people that don't like being on live. So it's like, okay, I have this other thing that I was going to do on the other platform that, you know, to help them, but it didn't even work out. It didn't work out. So now we got to do it all over again. So with this episode 17, when I come back with episode 18, hopefully I have my special guest, you know, and she's ready to rock and roll. And then when I come back with episode 19, he's ready to rock and roll. And then we're going to do 20. I may have, you know, somebody special to me on episode 20. We're going to see how that go, though. Because I ain't, you know, I like to keep my business private. Personal business, keep it personal, baby. No, but so on the episode 18, which is going to be the next one after this, oh, it's 11:11 my time, guys. Woo, make a wish. Okay, let me wish for something. I wish to be a trillionaire. I have the happiest, abundant life with peace and happiness and joyfulness. Anyways, so Ashay. So I'm gonna be having my cousin be a star guest on Principles and Principalities. That's gonna be episode 18, and she has so much great things to talk about. We're gonna talk about my little cousin, which is her son, how he got accepted into college, and how he's doing, and how he was on I think it's Time magazine or People magazine. I'm not sure which one he's on, but it's on one of those. And I'm really, really excited for him. And with that being said, but yeah, she's going to come on, but I don't know if she want to do the live. That's the only thing, because she do not like it. So the next time I do come on, I will start inviting you guys to come on and talk to me, to see, if you guys are willing to participate in Principles and Principalities, and if we can hear your trials, your testimony, your tribulations, and things like that, because that's what Principles and Principalities is. So my podcast is actually for people to actually promote themselves, talk about their trials, their tribulation, their testimony, and for them to talk about the things that they're doing now, and to promote themselves, to promote their brand, and whatever else they have going on in their life. Now, if they have a book, I want them to promote that. If they have a website, I want them to promote that. If they have a talk show, I want them to promote that. Whatever they have going on, I want them to promote it. So that's what my show and that's what my podcast really is about. I really call my podcast a show because it is a show, because you get to see me. So it's a show, But when I get my funds to where I need them to be and how I want them to be, I'm going to have a whole little, studio to where we're sitting down, we're talking, we got the mics, we're on the air and everything like that. That's how I want it. Like, that's how I see it, visualization, And I'm just so excited and so amped up and ready for that, part and segment of my life. So I could be able to sit down on a nice couch. I'm not sure what color I may want the couch to be. I didn't think that far, which I should, since I'm manifesting it, Let's think about cream color, maybe a cream and coffee, cream and coffee, like a little mocha and cream. That's pretty. That's natural, I like natural colors. Maybe because I'm a Sagittarius, that's why I like natural colors. Natural. Anywho, but yeah, so I had to go through so much stuff, guys, this past couple of months, and I'm just so excited that I made it. I really passed my class and my tests and stuff, and now I'm back in the medical field, so I'm about to be doing some content creation. I'm be wearing my scrubs and all that, I'm so excited about that, and I can't help it. I'm authentically myself, and some people don't like my personality, but some people fall in love with my personality, okay? And I really love myself. I love who I am, so ain't no need for me to change who I am. But yeah, for my podcast, I can't wait for it to just be like booming. And we got the chairs, and we got the couches, and we got the on the air, we got the mics, and we talking, we like, yeah. And next up on the, like that. That's how I want it to be. Then I want to talk about so tell me, what was your biggest and your greatest, adventure, or your greatest achievement, and when did you think of something like that, and how did this happen for you, and stuff like that. That's what I want to do and talk about. And I love to share things with my followers. And I am a part of a group on TikTok. Tickety Talk. It's called S10. And S10 is lit. We the solid team, baby. S10 solid team. And we got a new member now. I didn't even notice that until I went in, because I told you I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back again, And I'm really excited about everything. I'm like, okay, we got a little sis. Okay, we got sis up here. We got some bros. Okay, I'll clock it. And but S10, I'm really excited about S10. The finder for S10 is DJ, and I'm gonna be going live with him on Monday. So y'all look out for that. Genuinely Me is his name. on here, on this platform, TikTok right here. So yeah, our time difference though. I think he's like in Pennsylvania, and I'm in Southern California. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be on his live. So everything's gonna be green, not green as in it's like slow or it's easy or something like that. I mean green like it's a go, because nowadays people use green for a different thing. Like I be like, what? I'm like, oh, that's green. It's green. They be like, oh yeah, and I be like, I mean like it's good to go. You gotta really explain yourself nowadays. But anywho, so yeah, I'm gonna be on that podcast. I was just on another podcast. Every time I do this, my lash be getting stuck to the bottom part. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it's been so itchy. But you see how red it is? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so what was I talking about? The podcast, and then being so green. But yeah, his podcast, and we're gonna have so much fun. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate great. That's probably gonna be a new word. I appreciate great. I appreciate great. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm always making something up. Okay, this shirt is actually too big. That's why I have to put on my cover, because I'm like, I ain't know I was this dang on big. Oh my gosh, I ain't know I was this dang on big. This one of my old bed shirts now. It was my old shirt. It's a bed shirt now. But I appreciate you guys for oh my gosh, I done messed up my camera. And then that's what I want to do too, get a camera and a setup for my podcast too. So that way it could be like the best of the best, you know? Excuse me. So yeah. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to my podcast and, tuning into my live, because without supporters, really, you ain't none. You need your supporters. So you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a message, add me, go watch my. Oh, and I made it. I'm a beast. I'm a dog. Anyways, that's just me being me, okay? But yeah, I made that thing. I used to be a point guard in middle school, okay? I have my cover on me because I be having it cold in my house. I'm a Sagittarius, the December kind. And I like cold weather. It was 110 today in my city. 110? 110? Like, baby. 110? 110 degrees. And then at like 8 o'clock, it was still 102 degrees. I said, oh my gosh. I forget it gets this hot. I forget it gets this hot. Because it feels like, in my city, it feels like it's only what is it called? The weather is only like winter and summer. That's it. Like, there's no autumn, there's no spring, there's no fall, there's no none of that. It's nothing. It's just 2 seasons. That's what I was looking for, the seasons. It's only winter and summer. Summer and winter. Nothing else. Like, anywho, Holy Spirit speak through me. But yeah, you guys, I really appreciate you guys for liking, subscribing, and sharing my content. So I really appreciate you guys, and I'm about to get off in just like 5 more minutes. I'm about to land and I'm about to get off. So, but this was episode 17, Principles and Principalities. I can't wait until I get the bigger situation going. I have to be like this because I was charging my phone. Do you hear me? I said I got to charge my thing so I can make sure I can stay on, because sometimes when you don't charge your phone and you go off, it be like, dang, what's going on? But yeah, so I'm so excited and I'm so happy that I finally got to stay on here. I finally got to redo episode 17. Super crazy that I had to really do it again. That really like upsetted me. It really pissed me off. Gotta say it like that, you hear me? But it did. And I was just like, dang, I gotta redo all this stuff again. So annoying. Like, a friend of mine was trying to help me out and stuff, but it wasn't working out the way it was supposed to work out. So I was like, I guess I gotta do lives. So I'm trying to do lives when people sleep, to be honest, because I really don't be wanting to hear nobody talk that crap. Like, oh, nah. Don't nobody want to hear that. I don't got time for that, because I ain't even going to block you. I'm just going to be like, don't spam my chat neither, because don't do that. Like, I'm not going to give you no type of energy. All that negativeness, all the negativity, I don't like it. And I'm not for it. And I could care less about it. Like, that don't bother me. Like, why are you on here doing dumb stuff? Just remove yourself before I remove you. Or I'll let the people in the chat remove you and talk about it. But anyways, it was good to be back on my Principles and Principalities. I've been off for a while. Y'all, I haven't did my podcast because I was in school. And then the ones that I did do, it didn't even come on. I was so upset. Like, so I did all this stuff. And then I did my hair too, y'all. Y'all know I don't ever do my hair. Excuse me. I never do my hair for my podcast. And I was like, I done had my hair done. And my stuff didn't come on. I done had guests. I done had all this stuff. But I don't know how to download it. Like, I know how to download it from TikTok to go to YT. But I didn't know how to download it from there to go to there. So it was just like, how do I do that? You know? But anyways, it was fun. What they say, good things don't last forever, baby. Do I look like I got a big forehead? No. Because it was looking like I had a big forehead. I had to back it on up. Let's do it. Next time I'm going to do like this. I'm going to be like this. Have my background look like this. I'm going to have to have my front ground look like that too. Be like this. I'm going to be under the cover next time, y'all. I'm going to be like, y'all know when them kids be doing their forts and stuff? I'm going to do a fort like this. And we're going to be like, because my glasses be showing everything. So I'm going to have to do a fort, y'all. And be like, yeah, guys. I appreciate you for joining Principles and Principalities. But anyways, guys, I'm about to be up out of here. It was cool. I'm excited you guys showed love and you guys stopped by, gave me messages, supported me, shared my live. I'm so excited about that, and I appreciate you guys for everything that you do for me. Continue to follow me and continue to support me. I really appreciate it. I really love it. You're going to make me go harder because I don't want to go. You know how they like go hard or go home? I'm already home, so just let me go hard. But Mom, I am your daughter. What did that come from? What movie? Let me stop playing around. But anyways, I forgot what movie that came from. That came from some type of movie. I forgot that movie. It's not The Orphan. It's called something. Some movie. Dang, what movie that come from? Anyways, this was Principles and Principalities with your girl, A Goddess. And I'm signing off. It was cool. I'm authentically myself. Remember, God loves you, so do I. And always be yourself. That's what's going to get you to where you need to be. Being yourself. Don't try to be nobody else. Be yourself. Love who you are. Love the person that you are. Love the spirit that you are. Love your skin that you in. You chose to be you. Can't nobody else be you but you. And most of us need you. I can't speak for nobody else, but I love the whole world. Good and bad. That's just me, though. Because I pray for them all. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Love y'all all. Make sure y'all all have a great August. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Have a good August. Have a good year. Have a good life. Make sure y'all know that love will conquer all. It's all about love, baby. Love. And loyalty is love. God is love. Love is the best drug. Even though love ain't no drug, it's still the best drug. Look at, I can't believe this shirt. This is so big. Like, that's how big I was. That's crazy. And I'm still not at the size that I want to be. But anyways, guys, love yourself. I love me. I know I'm a little chunky, but I always get chunky in the summertime. That food tastes so good. I really appreciate you guys for supporting me and for the supporters I have. I appreciate you guys. And I really love you guys. And I can't wait for my podcasts to be exactly what I imagine. And I really appreciate y'all, no doubt. Like, my supporters are literally everything to me, and it means a lot. And I'll chop it up with y'all next time for episode 18. This is Principles and Principalities, episode 17, right here on this platform. I'm going to download it, send it to the next platform, and we're going to be good to go. And if you guys want to join the show, let me know so I can make arrangements for you to be on the show, so we can talk about your trials, your tribulations, the upcoming things you have, and what you got going on, so we can be able to, see all that stuff, all the good things that you got going on. So I really appreciate y'all. I really enjoy y'all. I really enjoy everything that y'all do for me, And that was Principles and Principalities, episode 17. God loves you and so do I. And I'm coming back like I never left. And I'm happy I'm a graduate now, again, at this big old age. Yeah. You guys make sure y'all follow me for more. I got more content going on. And I really hope to see you guys on episode 18, which will be coming out in a couple of days. And then on Monday, I'm going to be teaming up with my boy DJ, like I mentioned. And I'll catch y'all next time. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by and joining my live. It was awesome. And I'm trying to fix this shirt. I don't know what's going on. Look. Anyways, that's why my head was down. Y'all, my bad. Not giving no eye contact, but yeah.